Hello! I thought I'd do something a little bit new, a little bit different. Yes, Transformers. I don't know if I'll continue doing these, but please comment and see how well I'm doing. Against the big reviewers out there, I doubt I'll do very well, but you know. So this is, I believe, from Revenge of the Fallen. I believe this is Scout, or is it Cyberverse when this one came out? Excuse me. One or the other. So this is Sonar, or look, let's face it, it's the movie line's version of Tidal Wave. Let's be honest here. So I suppose I'd better start how everyone else starts, with the detail. Yes, normally everyone starts in vehicle mode, but I think robot mode, because let's face it, that's how they come nowadays. I'll try and transform how they come. So if they come in robot mode, then I'll start in robot mode. If they come in vehicle mode, I'll start in vehicle mode, if I continue doing these, which maybe I will, maybe I won't. So, starting up with the head, as you do. Very movie-verse, which effectively means slightly evil looking, but kind of nondescript. Got a bit of detail on the head, which is silver and black, sort of in a camo pan, which I don't get it, because it doesn't really work with the rest of the toy. So can just gloss over the head, sort of. Little red eyes and a mouth which is kind of smirking, sort of, kind of like kind of reminds me of Homer Simpson mouth. Don't know why. Chest sculpt, bit of moulded detail on the front here. Silver Decepticon badge, which is a thing from. Bit of silver paint along here, along there, and going up to the shoulders. These missile racks are on ball joints, so you can move them around how you so wish. These shoulders are on a hinge. Ball joint on the arm, on the shoulder should I say. Movement freely open. A double elbow, because why not, and a thumb joint, because why not. The head, I should say, for movement is on a ball joint, but if you're not careful it will pop off, so be careful. The waist is rotatable, but that is supposed to be the front. I'll get on to why that doesn't really, I mean, not really. I mean, you can definitely tell that's meant to be the front, obviously, but I mean, that just looks to me like the legs, how it's meant to be like weird chicken legs that pop off pretty easily but pop on really well, but it's not wobbly at all. So the detail, how in my opinion it's meant to be, is because these bits look like proper feet where they fold out. So I mean, you can leave them like that if you want, but I mean, they've got to fold in, so surely this is right. So maybe they were on the wrong way to start with. Hang on, I've done that wrong even now. Oh, no, there we go. So if I pop these back on. Yep. So let's see if it impacts transformations. But before we do that, a little bit of detail on the waist. Nothing major, just as much as it needs to. and the rest of it, the legs are just the rest of the ship effectively. Little bit of detail here and there. It's small, it's Scout or Legend class or whatever you want to call it. It works. So to transform it, you need to fold these bits out like that. Push them together so they're nice and tight. Make sure it's folded out completely, so it's like that, not like that, but like that, not like that, but like that. Have I got it through to you enough? I hope I have. So then what you need to do is fold it down a bit, not too much for now. Then what you need to do is put the missile racks just facing inwards, so it looks like he's going to shoot himself, or maybe just shoot his two missile racks, because I think the head's a bit too low down perhaps. Then push the shoulders in like that and twist the missile racks around like that. I'll just show you again if you didn't see that. I'm new to this, shut up. Push the elbow up fully like that, and then twist the arm round like that. Same with the first act as the second act. I apologise for my hands. And then you twist the arms around, making sure the thumb is folded downhill, because that's very important. So make sure the thumb is folded down on both sides. Make sure both sides are folded in, because the shoulders has got a bit of a gap, so just fold the arms in so it's nice and snug. And as you can see, there's a port. I think that's the technical term for it, a port. And there's a hole. I don't know if you can see it that well, but there's definitely a hole in the middle of the hand, and that it's a little bit hard, but once it's lined up, it goes in there like that. And the other arm, same sort of thing. Make sure everything's all lined up, present and correct. Then fold the legs up and around. Just make sure everything's all pressed together, all nice and flush, all nice and tight, and that's basically it. Oh yeah, and fold the thumbs so it's like that. That's basically it. That is Sonar in his vehicle mode. No insignia in vehicle mode or alt mode, depending on what your preference is, you want to say. Doesn't have any wheels. It's a boat. Could float, I don't know. I don't know if it's picking up on camera, but there's kind of a two-tone metal on this. Some of it's shiny, some of it's matte black. I suppose that's sort of like camouflage, but whatever, why not? Fine. So the detail on this, nice red, evil-looking bridge up there. I suppose that'd be the bridge, wouldn't it? So I suppose it's supposed to be pretty big. So a lot of moulded detail here on the front. If I just zoom in, like two cannons there. Loads of moulded detail. The missiles can still move around however you want. Nice moulded detail here. Nice moulded detail. So onto the underside. Not really much robo presence here. Little bit of knee and waist if you want to be really stringent about it, but really there's not much robo going on. It's a really good boat, and let's face it, there's not really been that many boat transformers. There's that third party one, that quick switch third party thing, Mad Law, or whatever you want to call it, Mad Law, which has a boat form. And there's Thunderblast from Cybertron, I think she's from. That turns into a boat. Her robot mode is basically a shell former, and we all know it. But yeah, this is the best boat former. Yeah, we've got Tidal Wave, but let's face it, it's some sort of Cybertron, make it up as you go long boat. I'm sorry, but this is the ultimate boat former as far as I'm concerned. Very well done. And there's an Autobot white and grey one, sort of like white grey camouflage sort of effect. I prefer this one because, I mean, look at it. It is going to murder you. You're right there, sir, in the corner. So yeah, pretty simple to transform, pretty good to look at. Buy it if you can find it. I don't know how much it is on places like eBay, because let's face it, it's from the second film, so they ain't going to make it. Hasbro's not going to make it anymore. I doubt Takara would have had anything to do with this. So, you know, yeah, if you can find it on eBay for a right price, go for it. Otherwise, if it's not your thing, and I can see why it won't be, but I really love it. It's one of my best toys that I own for this year, because I did get it for this year, so it's in my top 10 so far of this year. Not my favourite, but in the top 10, so yeah. That's pretty much it. So this has been Legends, Cyberverse, Scout, whatever you want to call it, Decepticon, Revenge of the Fallen, Sonar, and this is me saying goodbye for now. It's a boat!